test. So this is Bocchi the Rock episode 8. I just finished watching this, like pretty much just now, like an hour ago, and I absolutely love this episode. And it's already, of course, Bocchi the Rock is already my anime of the season. It is one of my favorite shows that I've seen in a long time. So the band was very, very heavily praying for good weather for their first legit concert performance, and it didn't work out. The manager is more upset than anyone, which I think is very sweet. I hate this outfit, it's so stupid. And people came! And then these two come in. Oh my god. The two like rando people who like just saw her performing on the street last episode and were like, oh shit, she's like legit, she's really good. Nervous intro. The signs are not good. They put the echo, like they put like an echo on their voices to like really emphasize that like, yeah, this is a fucking empty ass venue right now. She made a tempo error, but it's like not her fault. It's kind of like everyone's a bit off sync. Everyone isn't playing like they used to. It's very important that they played this song to illustrate that, because this is the same song that they used to audition to get this part in the first place, and they absolutely they pretty much killed it the first time. So we as an audience were already familiar with the same song. So when they're playing it again, but it's like slightly off, we can actually really tell. You don't need Bocchi like narrating this. You don't even need to really see the animation. You can kind of hear it. You're cringing, but not in the bad way. Like, you know, 'cause you're supposed to feel this kind of secondhand embarrassment. It's rough. It's definitely rough. It's so real though too. This is some good stuff. This is some really good stuff, because Bocchi, we know, is like, you know, a character who doesn't like to kind of initiate anything, right? And like, of course, this isn't unique to her. This is definitely like, we see this in a lot of characters across anime, across all of like media in general, where they really step up when they need to. But that's because they're overcoming everything else that they had. Like of course, Bocchi has like severe social anxiety, right? Like this would absolutely kill her if she was like a little more sobered up in the head. But she cares so much more about the band than her own like perceived embarrassment, that she just doesn't hesitate for this kind of stuff. She doesn't hesitate to step up, and I think it's amazing. I'm gonna go back to like capture the actual, you know. Listen to that, man. Oh my god. I love how Kita's looking at Bocchi like, what the fuck? She's like, yo, what was that? And Bocchi's still like, I don't know if they're gonna show it here, but Bocchi's still looking down, right? That never changes. That's something that she's still looking down. She still like refuses to look up at the crowd and everything. It's like a reminder that like, hey, listen, that was fucking Guitar Hero who came out, but this is still Hitori. This is still the same person, right? It's realistic. It's not like a total transformation of a character. That shot was amazing, by the way. I'm gonna go back. This shot right here. It slows down for like the halftime part. It's incredible. Of course, this whole thing is just animated like godly. Audience is paying attention. They're like, whoa, 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 wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. And Bocchi's moving. You see her. She's not looking up, but she's moving. Like, she's feeling it. They're like, yo, what the fuck? So yeah, we're back to chilling. One pepero pudi papi poo pee. Oh my god, this scene is amazing. I love how the art style like completely changes here too. Like if you showed me just this scene, I'd be like, what the fuck? What is this show? What is this? That's fucking dark. Oh my god. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, dude. I love this shit. She's like, ah, what the fuck? I would be so fucking down to see like a time skip version of the show that's like 10 years later. Oh my god. Oh my god, that'd be so good. Imagine a show like this, except it's like 10 years later and they're just like all working adults, but they're trying to make this whole music thing like work with their normal working schedules. Incredible. Incredible show. I love how she can just get broken like this too. She has the Bocchi face. She did the Bocchi. That's a solid joke. That's an amazing joke. I never realized. 10 out of 10 joke. Amazing name pun. The best. I'm gonna talk about something real quick. One of my favorite things about this show, Bocchi the Rock. You have the main band, right? There's 4 characters, right? This is very obvious. 2 of them are introverts, 2 of them are extroverts. Any other show would pretty much keep that dynamic going of like, okay, these are the 2 characters who are introverted. They're gonna do introvert things. They're just gonna like, you know, do the introvert things. We're gonna play it off as a joke. We're gonna use it as character development stuff, right? These are the 2 extroverted characters. They're gonna do extrovert things. They thrive off social energy and social interactions. They love being around people. They're very high energy, blah, 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 right? All those like stereotypes. This show is a lot more realistic with it, I think. Each of them kind of fits in their own bubble, right? So you have Bocchi, who's like introverted and very socially anxious. She's kind of the extreme character. She's definitely the most extreme character out of the bunch, right? So she breaks out of that the least, though she does still break out of that sometimes, but it only really comes out kind of during band performances like we just saw. Ryo is the character who I appreciate a lot, and she's probably my favorite one because she represents the introvert character who is not actually socially anxious. She's the one who's kind of breaking that stereotype of like, oh, introversion means you're shy. Introversion means you're socially anxious, means you can't talk to people, you don't have friends. Ryo does not have friends, but she's not really shy. She's not really socially anxious in the same way that Bocchi is, right? She's kind of her own different thing. You have Kita, who's like, you know, one of the 2 extroverts. She's kind of this bundle of joy. She's this bundle of constant energy, right? And that's how her character is shown a lot of the time. But you get these moments, and of course, it's played off as a joke a lot of the time, but it is pretty genuine too. You get these moments of vulnerability. You get these moments of weakness. You get these moments of regret, of not really wanting to communicate something, for example, right? She has insecurities. The biggest one is the way she was introduced, right? She came into this band originally as kind of this fraud guitar player, and she ran away from it because she knew she was like a fraud. She needed Bocchi's help to come back. That's not something that, you know, you would normally think of someone who's like a social butterfly extrovert type character to need to do. But there it is. The show doesn't really hide it. It really celebrates those differences. It celebrates those nuances. And finally, I come to Nijika, who I think is one of the best examples of that kind of nuance in defining your character traits, because she is also kind of, you know, the extrovert character. She's the character who, quote unquote, adopts Bocchi, right? She adopts the introvert Bocchi, kind of takes her into the band, introduces her to people, kind of sets the stage for things to come. And she's the one who also likes to stand outside and ponder things. I think it's really good character writing. I think it fleshes her out as a character a lot more realistically, and it helps people connect to her, right? I'm basically like, this is a long way of saying like, good character writing, right? Realistic character writing. It's very good. I'm going to talk about it some more later, but I'll let the clip play for now.
ぼっちちゃん、さ、今日の演奏を見て気づいたんだけど、ぼっちちゃんがギターヒーローなんでしょ?
That's the best scene. It's wonderful. First of all, I fucking love it when shows have plot points that they tease you on that's going to be like this thing that they're going to talk about eventually in the last episode or in season 2 or in season 3, and then they kind of pull the rug and just drop it as a bomb like kind of halfway through the season. This whole Guitar Hero thing, when they were hiding it, you know, they're hiding her secret identity, right, in the first episode, was kind of planned. It seemed like it was going to be some drawn out thing, and then at some critical moment she was going to reveal this information to everyone and say, I'm sorry for deceiving you, blah blah blah. Nijika figured this out on her own, right? And this goes into what I was talking about before. She's a thinker. She's like a ponderer, right? She's big brain. And she's clearly spent a good amount of time thinking about Bocchi.
私小さい頃に母親が亡くなって家族だったんだ。私をライブハウスに連れてってくれるようになったの。あの頃の私には全部がキラキラして見えて、スターリーはね、お姉ちゃんが私のために作ってくれた場所なんだよ。だから私の本当の夢はね、お姉ちゃんの分まで人気のあるバンドになること。スターリーをもっと有名にすること。
This is so sweet. I don't even really need to say anything. This is so sweet. It just is. I don't know. What do you say? It's just very sweet. It's so... Oh my god. It really warms your heart. It's especially cool when something is there to connect you to your family, right? In this case, there was music. Nijika's sister realized that, you know, her bringing her little sister around to all these music venues was kind of opening something up in her. And the way that she decided to handle that information was to open up her own place for her sister. And that is so incredibly sweet. And what makes it even better is that her sister, you know, Nijika, knows this and has made it her dream to pay it back. My big sister made this for me, so I want to uplift it. I want her efforts and her love for me to pay off in a huge way. She's just so well written. I love it. Maybe you can call this a generic sappy backstory. I think it's very sweet. I think it's very, very good.
今日のぼっちちゃん、私には本当にヒーローに見えたよ。
I don't need to say this. It's an obvious reference to the Guitar Hero thing, but I think it's so good. Because it's also hitting Bocchi at a particularly vulnerable spot. Bocchi is someone who is characterized by self-deprecation all the time, right? She's always bringing herself down constantly. I am Guitar Hero, but I'm not actually a hero. I'm not a hero for anybody. And here's Nijika saying, not only were you a hero to me, this is how you were a hero to me, right? Giving her the exact examples of, here's this time when you were here for me when I needed you. Here is this other time that you were here for me when I needed you. You are the reason why we could achieve everything that we've achieved as a band. And you are the reason why we will continue to do this. It feels a little silly talking about this when it's like, it's a TV show, but I know. It's a TV show, I get it. But it's so good. The writing is so good. I just wanted to gush about the show, what I like about the show. It's fantastic. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Bye. Fuck you.